Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your 2020 yearly tarot forecast. I'm going to cover several different areas of your life in this reading, just to look ahead, and also I'm going to have more of a positive spin on this, like the good things that are coming to you and are going to happen for you. Not to say there's nothing negative that will unfold in 2020, but that's just not where the focus of this reading is going to be. So Capricorn, I'm going to start by pulling a numerology card, which is going to yield a number that is special or significant to you in 2020. So I highly recommend you doing a Google search and looking at the angel meaning and the spiritual meaning of this number as well. $46, domestic harmony. So 4 and 6 would make a 10, right? And then a 10 would reduce down to a 1. So 1, 10, and 46 are significant numbers for you, Capricorn, in 2020. But also domestic harmony being an overall general energy for you guys. So your home, your living conditions, who you live with, all of that type of energy is going to fall into a nice place in 2020. So if you've had some chaos or some issues in your home with, surrounding, like if you live with family or a significant other or roommates or anything around living in home, domestic harmony, there you go, Capricorn. Things are going to really smooth out for you. And it's like, no matter what's going on in your life, your safe haven is your home. You return to the safety and love and support of your home. Like it's your nest, and it's the chaos doesn't exist there in 2020. So that's really nice. Like, as long as all is well in your home, whether you live alone or with others, it's like you need that peace. That's your main energy, where you recharge yourself, where you spend most of your free time if you're not working, right? So this is excellent energy, Capricorn. It's harmony, peace, happiness, like a sanctuary in your home. And anybody that you're sharing that home with, it's love and support, and you're happy to go home. So some of you might be returning back home, like if you went to another state to study or to take a job, and now it's like things have changed and you're transitioning and you may be returning back home. And if that's the case, it's going to be a wonderful decision and homecoming, Capricorn. So let's pull a card here to look at, the tools or objects or the ways in which your angels, your spirit guides, and your passed down loved ones will be communicating with you in 2020. Nice, Capricorn, you guys got coins. So there's a few different things that come along with this card. When you are finding coins, significantly, like one day it's like you find a dime, and then you find a nickel, and then you find some pennies. Like when you're finding coins throughout 2020 on the ground, or you're seeing them in pictures, finding them in old drawers or just in odd spots, that is your angels, your passed on loved ones, and your spirit guides either answering a question, giving you a sign, letting you know they're near. Okay, but also since they're going to be speaking to you through coins, you're going to find them. But the times where you find like a significant amount, like they're just showing up everywhere, that's your spiritual team letting you know there's an increase to your abundance coming in. And for me personally, we have money trucks, armored trucks, in the United States, when they're picking up money from businesses and taking it to the bank. And every time I see one of those, like, and it's significant, like I'm seeing a lot of them, there's usually some abundance coming my way. And I will tell you this, Capricorn, the only time I've ever gotten a hand pay playing a slot machine, and I'm like 41, so I've been playing them for 20 years, was in Las Vegas. And that day I just randomly saw a money truck, and boom, that was the day. So I'm telling you, we all have our signs, and for you guys, it's gonna be coins. When you find coins, especially in abundance, know some extra abundance, some extra coin is coming into your life, into your reality. All right, Capricorn. So I'm going to pull a card here to see overall energy in love, romance, as well as, you know, other relationships in your life. And it looks good, you know, with domestic harmony. At least, you know, what's going on in your home environment is nurturing and loving and supportive, and you feel good. Dream rendezvous. Ooh, Capricorn. Okay, so, wow, like a ton of things just came to me with that, actually. First and foremost, those of you who have, like, recently had a loved one transition, and I would say recently being, like, over, you know, the prior year or maybe the prior 2 years, somebody close to you transitioned, and you dream about them, and they're, like, in this card and coming through in this card and, like, really acknowledging, yes, I meet you in your dreams. When you dream about me, like, that's my consciousness, that's my essence joining you. So they just really want you to know that. For others of you, single, there's somebody that you're dreaming about, and they're also dreaming about you. So there could be a significant reconciliation romantically for some Capricorns, and it's like it's not like you just have one random dream about this person. It's very significant. And, you know, I just need to say this, if like you just broke up with them, it's going to be very likely that you're going to be dreaming about them and all of those things. This is, to me, where we've been apart for quite some time, and then out of nowhere you just start dreaming about this person, and you're seeing all these signs and synchronicities, and that's because they are also dreaming about you. And, you know, what's going to come of that, or how you should handle it, that's when you really reach out to your spiritual team and ask for further guidance. But I feel a reconciliation with that. And, you know, if that's not romantically, this could also be a friend or a family member that you're disconnected from, and it's like 2020 is the time for you guys to heal, because, you know, 46 being a 10 and then reducing down to a 1, it's completion, and then you're starting new beginnings. So new beginnings can include reconciliations, all right? But whoever you're dreaming about, Capricorn, it's because they're dreaming about you as well. And then, you know, strong with passed on loved ones. Okay, so let's pull a card here to look at your abundance and what's going on in that area of your life for 2020. And we know there's going to be some increase there because you got the coins. Freedom. Ooh, you might have a very nice increase to that abundance, Capricorn, with that right there. Nice. Or it could be like throughout 2020, there's just like this steadily increase to money, but I don't feel like it's like this slow moving bar. What I feel for you guys is it's like a raise, you know, and it increases your abundance, and then some time passes and maybe you start working for like a different company and you go in making more money, you know, than leaving the company you're at, and then you get it like a bonus, and then maybe like a promotion towards the end of the year or year-end bonus. So Capricorn, it's like there's a few lump sums where there's this increase, and some of you, it's like an increase to your salary, to, you know, your wage, which you make, which elevates you, but there's more than like one step up for you guys is what I'm getting with all of this. So yay to that. Also, some of you with this domestic harmony and the freedom, it may be like you're buying your first place, or you're moving in, you know, with the romantic partner, or you're moving out for the first time with the roommate. And it's just going to be like, no matter what you guys face or what you face, and you could be doing this all on your own as well, you are happy, you feel free, you feel satisfied. It's like all is well. As long as I have my sanctuary, I'm good. Life is good. Okay, so let's pull a card to look at the area of your life that is going to, you know, receive the most significant growth in a positive way. Ooh, nice. We've got the 11th house, which is, it says, where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. So Capricorn, with that, you know, this is talking about your domestic bliss. It's talking about a lot of harmony in all of your connections. You could be making some new friends, but also there's elements of wishes coming true in 2020. A lot of it is attached to like career or like buying your first place or moving out. You know, it's around home and increase to finances. Like those are the two strongest messages coming through for you guys. So, you know, if you've been a loner or you haven't been getting along or you've been feeling outcast, 2020 is going to be a whole different vibe for you guys. It's like you finally feel in your element, you're meeting your people, you know, and there is the essence of friends and all of that. However, it feels more about wishes coming true, like increase to your finances and a better living situation for you guys. Wow, okay, I guess those are the three to clarify. So under Dream Rendezvous for a relationship, we have number 11, innocence, and 11, you know, to me is the number of spirit. So some of you, this is talking about twin flame energy. For others of you, this is talking about, you know, a new person coming into your reality, into your realm. But with innocence, you know, it's like a fresh start between you and a current love or reconciling love, or this is brand new romance coming in, and it coming through as innocence and this beautiful sunflower. It's like no matter what you've been through in an existing relationship or a reconnection, it's like a fresh start, a clean slate, a whole different vibe of energy, all right? Many of you, and I feel this is like more mid to late 30s. This particular message is about twin flames specifically, and it's attached to like your dreams, whether it's like what you're dreaming about, or like you align with this person as you are working towards achieving a personal dream, goal, or accomplishment, okay? And that's in 2020. So those of you, and again, this is somebody in their 30s. This is not for the 20s or, you know, 40 and beyond. Spirit's very specific with this. Something about those of you who are in your 30s and it feels more mid to late. Spirit is responding and answering about that twin flame question. When it will arrive. And if you've already aligned to this person, 2020, I feel, is when you both are equally understanding of the connection and the bond, all right? So that's just a really interesting message that kind of came out of nowhere, but it's because somebody needed confirmation. Okay, so we have Interlude here under the freedom. And that's just a confirmation to me about how I feel you have like these multiple increases throughout the year, where it's like boom here, months pass, boom here, months pass, and then it's like three different like things coming, and one of them definitely feels like a raise where you're getting an increase to your salary, or you're transferring to like a different company altogether and you go in the door making more. All right, so under growth, we have a shore of trials. Capricorn, you went through quite a bit in 2019, and, you know, for some of you, it goes all the way back to 2017, that being card 17. You've been through quite a bit, and you have learned a lot. And so that is why in 2020, Spirit's talking about wishes coming true and domestic harmony and, you know, better connected relationships, you feeling more free. Some of you, if there's some sort of like contract, you've been beheld to, some sort of restriction placed on you in your life throughout 2019. And, you know, apply that how that fits. It's just a general reading here. That's like being lifted off of you, and that's part of that freedom. Like, oh, and it's attached, that restriction is attached to some like life lesson or soul lesson that you've been working on, and it's, you know, part of your trial and tribulations, and you've really grown and expanded through it mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and now it's like time for you to spread your wings and fly. So that's a beautiful message coming in there. Let's pull some tarot. Nine of Swords, so worry, concern, restriction, also domestic harmony, like, you know, relationships or your living situation. I see like trouble or instability, but 2020, that is changing. There's solution coming in. And look at this, Capricorn. We've got Judgment under your abundance. So the trials and tribulations that you've been working through, you have grown and expanded through them, and now it's time for a positive return to come into your reality. And some of that positive return is coming through abundance, finance, career energy. And over here we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the area of growth in your life, Capricorn, the biggest area of growth, that is talking about some, you know, new connections, new friends, or new business, coworker, business relationships type of energy. So business or friendships, like that's what I feel with that. And this is like a very solid, real connection that's meant to walk with you for quite some time. But also this is talking about, you know, the trials and tribulations and just the different challenges and struggles you were in 2019, and how you have grown through them and matured and expanded beyond them, which is putting you in like a stronger foothold for 2020, where things balance and you feel like free, like a restriction is lifted off of you. All right, let's just clarify that, all these dice a little further. Ace of Cups, yay! Love it. That's talking about that love, that romance. So new romance for you singles, or there is a reconciliation for some of you. Others of you, again, that message for the Capricorn who is like in the 30s, like here it is. It's coming in and you worry about it. You know, it's like Spirit's like, let your mind be at ease. Like you have a partner in this life, like don't worry about it, it's gonna come, and it looks like it's coming in 2020. Okay, others of you, this is singles, definitely there's a significant love connection, and I do feel for many it is like some sort of reconciliation, just because of that dream rendezvous. Now those of you in existing connections where none of that would apply, I'm telling you, this is a different year. Romantically, you guys are really on the same page, just vibing with each other. It's a better year. Domestic harmony, we're in love, we're falling in love again type of energy. Now we have the Knight of Wands under your abundance, and see, that's talking about the increase for you guys, along with Judgment, like it's owed to you karmically, energetically. So all that is improving for you, career or financially, throughout 2020, know that you have earned it, Capricorn. That is your own positive energy returning to you. And now we have the Two of Cups over here under the biggest area of growth, and that's just again reiterating, you know, there's some new connections coming in for you guys. They're steady, they're strong, they're true, they're like business or they're friendships, and they really have your back. You feel much more in alignment with them. You know, if you just were hanging around the wrong crowd, or just you had some really toxic, crappy people in your life, it's like they're leaving, and 2020 is bringing you true blue, solid, real connections in friendship, in work relationships, so strong in that. And then over here, you know, there's a special romance definitely going on, and just depending on your current status, you know, we've gone through that. So it looks very positive completely overall, Capricorn, 100% for romance, you know, for your abundance, and then the biggest area of growth. And, you know, I've seen this theme where 2019 really just kicked everybody's butt, and like 2020 is a year of spiritual energy, of healing, of connection, of more harmony and flow, which doesn't really make sense to my logic just because of everything going on in this world right now today. However, you know, in the readings, it's just all so beautiful and spiritual energy, and like people connecting and loving and mending and forgiving and coming at each other from a different perspective. And I will say this, Capricorn, right before I started doing your guys' reading, the sun was just barely rising, and I caught the sunrise at that moment when it's like the orangest and pinkest, and the whole sky is filled with the color, and it's like angelic, and it's beautiful, and it's like the dawn of a new day and all its glory. It's just, and sunsets, or I'm sorry, sunrises are beautiful, but there's just that like small window, like, you know, 30 seconds to a minute, where the colors just fill the whole sky. It's so vivid. Oh, I saw that right before I started this reading, and now that to me is so significant because here's the sunrise right there with that sunflower. That's what 2020 is for you, just that freaking moment of essence of beauty where you're just, yes, that is your 2020, Capricorn. So I'm going to pull some more cards to look at some other areas of your life, your blessings, the biggest changes that are going to take place for you in 2020, as well as the soul and life lessons that you will be working on and focused on in 2020. So let me just pull these down so we can keep moving right along. All right, so the biggest blessing coming to you in 2020. A blessing for a fresh start. Boom, there you go. That sunrise I just talked about, that is yours. Such beautiful energy for Capricorn in 2020. We're going to move right on in to see biggest area of your life that's going to experience change. You know, I say it has to do with your living situation, career, and money, but let's see, you know, if Spirit would like to bring something else out. I need to get those. Okay. Ooh, a 5th house, creativity. Capricorn, you know, those of you that have dreams, you have some artistic abilities, some talents, things that make you unique. Really pursue that in 2020. Just see where it takes you, okay? With the 5th house energy coming out. But also, that's just another reiteration of it's like the sun is shining on Capricorn in 2020, and there's more positives that are playing out for you guys than negatives. You've done a lot of work, a lot of soul growth in 2019 and prior, and just whatever you were going through, working through, it's like there was a restriction upon you, and now that restriction is lifted in 2020 and you feel free. It's a fresh start. It's a new beginning. There's a lot of happiness in your connections, you know, whether friend, family, romance. There's new people coming into your world. There's increase to your abundance in your career. You're really standing out. You're in the spotlight, Capricorn. Let's pull a card to look at what soul lessons or life lessons you are focused on in 2020. All right, I feel like, see that guy flipped. So, what do we have here? Discernment. Woo! Capricorn, you are making better choices in 2020. So some things like that you experienced or encountered in 2019, 2018, 2017 are going to show back up in 2020, but it's not like something that's coming to like knock you over, knock the wind out of you, pull the rug from under you. It's not like that. It's like you may be presented with a very similar choice, you know, a similar circumstance or situation. And this is where you make a different choice than you made the last time. And, you know, that could play out in so many different areas of your life. Just keep that in your mind. And when you feel like I've been here before, make a different choice. And I feel like you will, because like I said, you've really learned and grown, you know, through everything you've been going through. And 2020 just feels more like you putting your wisdom and soul evolution into practice, really, with discernment coming out there. So let's pull some more cards. The Dragon. Nice. So, yeah, you're really on top, Capricorn. If you've been the underdog, things have just been so hard. That is changing in 2020. You're really going to rise like the phoenix from the ashes, but like the dragon from the ashes, because this is under your blessing. All right. And also with the dragon, you have some really strong spirits on your spiritual team, whether it's passed on loved one or your spirit guides. There's some powerful energies that are supporting you all through 2020. So the blessings that roll in always give gratitude, because you have a strong spiritual support team projecting a lot of energy towards you, which allows blessing and success to unfold. It's like they align their energy to your highest intention, to your dreams, and that helps you achieve. So just remember that all through 2020. Next we have Polaris, and you know, this is under the biggest area of change in your life, that fifth house energy. You guys are just standing out, and you know, even though you're really working with the wisdom that you've grown into, you feel so in your element. Like many of you, I feel by the end of 2020 is you're gonna feel like this was my year, this was a damn good year for me, and you just shine. The sun is on you, a dream's coming true. Really reach for it, even if it seems like crazy. Just see where it takes you. Like with those two cards pairing up, oh my gosh. And now we have resolve. Yep, see, and this is under soul and life lessons. You have learned, you've grown, and so it's like you're really working with the wisdom that you've obtained through your soul and life lessons, you know, leading up to 2020. It's not a year of struggle and challenge, not to say none of that will exist, but it's a year of like things going better than them not going good. And you know, sometimes we have like 5 years where we just can't win, and you know, if that's what you've been going through, here you go. 2020 is your year. All right, Capricorn. Yeah, here's your fresh start, your new beginning, your happiness, your clean slate, you're free, and yes, look at Justice. Justice is on your side. Lady Karma balancing in your favor. Positive return of energy. And you know what? The Queen of Wands was sitting, would be the on top, but the dice rolled because it was sitting like partly on the cloth there. And so we got the Chariot as well. So Capricorn, you may have a fire sign involved in all of this positive energy, you know, whether in the romance, the blessing, the friend, the family, the career, whatever. You could have a fire sign involved, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And, you know, it finally rolling over onto the Chariot would lead me to believe that what you're working on, soul lessons, life lessons, is more like about you just coming into your wisdom and utilizing it and realizing that all your setbacks of the past were actually victories leading you to today and this year, and just the way everything's unfolding, and you're happy and you're grateful and you're satisfied. And there may be a fire sign involved in some of this. I mean, fifth house, that is the ruler of Leo. You do have this dragon here, the fire there under the sword. So anything of the fire sign energy feels very positive to me for you guys. Okay, so let's pull some more tarot. We've got the Two of Intuition, and this is under blessings. Nice. This here is where, and this is coming under your blessings column, like it could not be a better card. This is where just the things that are happening are so profound to you, or touch you so deeply, that you just fall in love with spirit, with life, in a way that you never have before. And also, this is the card of true unconditional love, that moment of realization and recognition, and there's no words to explain it. It's just a whole different level, and that's where you're at under your blessings. So whatever blessings are rolling in, it takes your breath away, Capricorn, and you just feel a different appreciation for life, for spirit, for yourself, for another person. This is beautiful energy, and especially sitting on top of the Ace of Wands, my goodness. All right, Seven of Manifestations is the area of biggest change, and this is where you're letting go of the past, you're letting go of things that just didn't work out for you, and it's, again, where you're not hating the past and who was in it and who did this and different mistakes you've made. It's like the way everything's unfolding in 2020, you let it all go. The cross that you bear, you're just like setting it on the ground and moving on. You see that, you know, little flower there in the distance. That's your prosperity. So what's really been holding you back, you're letting it go, especially those of you who have felt very guilty about something, felt just ashamed, remorseful, or felt as though there's a huge injustice brought against you. It's like all of that's dissipating because of the way everything is unfolding for you in 2020. And lastly, we have the Two of Manifestations, and this here is where you're really coming into your wisdom, the old you all blowing away, and you're coming into a new version of yourself, which is just very mature, wise, grown in 2020, and a lot of positive things unfolding for you guys. A year where it's like you have more to celebrate and be happy about than to be sad about. And you know, sometimes life, it is where you just, there's always blessings, but sometimes it feels like the bad things are much more abundant than the good things. And for you guys, 2020 brings much more positive your way than negative, and the scales are balancing. Positive karma return for Capricorn. So those are your messages for 2020, Capricorn. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.